Hello and good morning. Crow here. I wanted to make a little video talking about this thing called flow state. Part of the reason why I wanted to make the video was just to talk about what flow state is and to contribute some cool shit to some cool people because I think it's a really cool concept that will help you in your cool fucking life. But also because I know I've really been wanting to make some videos on just, talking about life and shit and just giving advice and contributing paradigms and good vibes and all that jazz. But it's hard to talk on camera and it feels weird and kind of awkward. Here I am, anyways, pushing through it. I'm sitting here in my room at 11:23 a.m. Literally just woke up 15 minutes ago. Don't know if my roommates can hear me, but if they can, they probably think I'm a fucking weirdo. Just talking to myself, but whatever. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So what is flow, right? What is a flow state? Well, basically, what a flow state is this space that you get into your head when you're doing something where everything is just running smoothly. You kind of get into a trance. Like, have you ever done something? Okay, actually, I have the best fucking analogy. Think about a flow state like this. Have you ever played Tap Tap Revenge or Guitar Hero or a game like that? Flow state is very analogous to the sensation you get when you're tapping every button correctly and just right on time. And, you have to focus and you're present in the moment tackling that one task, but it's not impossible and it feels good, you get a little kick out of it. Similarly, you can look at when you're playing sports or when you're playing music or on a run or playing a video game with a friend, like playing Smash Brothers, doing schoolwork, studying, fucking learning a language, right? Literally any activity that you do can be used to put you in a flow state. Like you can flow in any activity you're doing. More is what I'm trying to say. You can have a state in the activity you're doing that has optimal cognitive focus, That's the whole point of understanding what flow state is to optimize your ability to zone in on a certain task and just fucking get it done. You feel me? Flowing, doing something easily. Now that we know kind of what a flow state is, even though I'm kind of butchering it, how do we get into a flow state? That is the question. Now, I strongly believe that if you can figure out how to have a flow state in anything you're doing, you can do anything you want to do optimally. Like you can learn any skill you want to learn or any activity you want to be proficient in. The best way to do that is every time you do it to be in flow, right? So, and to learn what flow is for you and how to get into the flow. So how do you get into the flow? Now, the thing about flow is that basically when in order to get into a flow state, you have to be the activity that you're doing. It has to be easy enough that you actually can accomplish the task you're doing. Like if you're playing basketball, the people you're playing against have to actually be close enough to your skill level that it's feasible for you to defeat them, right? Or here's perfect. If you're playing Tap Tap Revenge, if you've never played Tap Tap Revenge or Guitar Hero before, don't put it on fucking super hard legendary mode. You're just gonna get scraped, and it's not gonna be fun for you. and you're not going to learn and get any better at it. It's literally the opposite of flow. Same thing goes if you pick some shit too easy, then you're not growing, you know? It could be fun because you're just fucking around. But if you ever played, like, you play a video game and you put all the cheat codes on and eventually you just don't really feel like playing the game anymore. Like, it kind of puts a weird taste in your mouth. Unless you're playing GTA, in which case it's literally just not as fun without cheats. But that's besides the point. If you make shit too easy for yourself, you're not challenging yourself. You'll never get into a flow state. And the thing is that the flow state lies right in between those two planes. Like, whatever you're doing has to be hard enough to challenge you, but easy enough to get done, right? And it's a really cool realization for me, because what I started to see was that a flow, like learning how to put yourself in a flow state, it's not just helpful for tackling immediate actions. It is helpful for that, getting your schoolwork done, or doing whatever the fuck it is you're doing. If you understand what the flow state is and how to get into it and how to, not judge yourself and challenge yourself without making your goals impossible to reach, it's a cool experience. It's a cool feeling to be in flow. No shit. But here's what's also really cool, is that getting really comfortable with and understanding where the flow state lies for you in different areas of your life helps you make decisions on what to do with your life. Like, have you ever felt like, oh, I really want to do this, but I don't know if I can? Well, sit down and be real with yourself. Recognize that you don't need to set unrealistic expectations and goals on yourself for whatever area it is in life you're trying to increase your ability in. If you challenge yourself, and really try and push that comfort zone that you're in, then slowly, day by day, that comfort zone, or that skill, that cap that you're at, in your skill level, is going to expand, right? But the trick is to be real with yourself and meet yourself where you're at, because you're not going to learn anything in life, like anything that you want to learn, like you're not going to be able to learn it if you're not having fun doing it, and if you don't really enjoy the process of it. And I think that's a cliche that everyone tells you growing up. It's like, it's about the journey, not the destination. Enjoy the process, all that bullshit. But we can't really, most people don't understand that. Like, it doesn't sink in with them. What ends up actually happening is most people are extremely results and they're extremely result oriented, and they have absolutely no ability to be present in the moment and just get into that flow state, because they want to have things done that they just straight up aren't ready for. And that's what's really cool about learning how to be in flow, is that you set realistic expectations for yourself. And when you set realistic expectations for yourself and start to make declaration towards achieving those things, then you're, slowly and maturely increasing your bubble of just power and ability. Like, I see it as, like, this bubble of, everyone has this little bubble of capability, whether it's, their emotional, emotional state, emotional security, or their social comfort zone, whatever it is, like, everything that has to do with being a person I see in this little bubble, right? Everything that has to do with being alive and being a human. And, flying around in this bubble and all this shit is, all these skills and shit you're trying to acquire. You're trying to broaden your horizons. You're trying to expand your world. You're not trying to stay like here with only X amount of mental stability, with only X amount of whatever it is. Like you wanna grow, right? You wanna be danker. You wanna be a danker fucking person. And how do you be a danker person? Well, those areas in life that you're going to work at, you do it from the perspective of flow state. How do I get into a flow state? How do I get myself to enjoy working on those different areas? And sometimes it might mean dropping shit, but sometimes it might mean buckling down, you know? But it's really about being real with yourself. Like, and I think this video within itself is a great microcosm for that phenomenon, because I've been procrastinating making this video for like the past few days, right? Obviously, it's I'm capable of making of like sitting in front of I can do this, sit in front of a camera and talk. But a lot of the content that contributes to my life and putting me in a flow state, I get from a lot of people I watch on YouTube and inspiring motherfuckers out there, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I want to contribute and share those things that they're teaching me, and I want to share and teach them to my homies and to anyone else who's going to be watching these videos, right? But if I look at those videos and I see like the production value and like all the editing and shit, and like even the content, like, these people who are putting these videos out have had life experience. They're just straight up older than me, and they're more confident than me and all this shit. And if I look at those videos and try and make mine like those, then that's why I procrastinated for the past fucking 5 days and didn't sit in front of my camera and just shoot a video. And it's not even that serious now that I'm doing it and thinking about it. And because what I had to do was sit down and be real with myself, I had to look at myself and be like, check it out. You don't make videos. Like, you never make fucking videos. Like, you have no idea what you're doing. Don't know how to talk in front of a camera. You barely know how to talk at all. But what you can do, you might not be an editing wizard. You might not have hella resources. You might not be super articulate. But I can sit in front of this little webcam and try. Like, this is easy enough for me where I know I'll get it done, I know I'll finish this video that I'm shooting right now, right? But it's hard enough for me where it feels uncomfortable. Like, it feels a little awkward. It feels fucking awkward talking to the camera. I don't even know exactly what I'm talking about, what I want to say. And it's, 11:37 in the morning. I just woke up. It is kind of late to wake up. I typically wake up earlier, but that's besides the point. Early bird gets the worm, motherfucker. To me, this video is a microcosm of getting into flow state, because, what is it, 15 minutes in now, and I actually feel pretty good about it. Like, I know I'm rambling like an idiot, but my soul feels, good. I've been procrastinating this for so long, and I got into it, and I pushed myself into it, It just literally feels good to prove my ego wrong, that I can sit and make this video, And that's the thing is, spending time flowing in this activity, obviously I want to push myself and make videos more consistently and make more and more videos. So making this video from this place of being in flow is what's going to give me the momentum to take those steps to make content, better and better and better, and blah, 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 blah. The thing is that people have to not be afraid of starting, People have to be willing to, what is this guy name? Gary V. He's a really dope YouTube talker, business motherfucker, but he talks all the time about, documenting instead of creating. And I've been taking that kind of concept, not even into just YouTube videos and all that bullshit, but my music too. You know, just thinking about the songs that I write and the songs that I release as part of my journey and part of my process, instead of these, little pieces of content that have to be perfectly molded, to my specifications. No, it's all part of expression. It's all just an unfolding of what's going on inside of you. It's honestly verbal diarrhea. Like, this video is fucking verbal diarrhea. I'm just documenting what I'm learning as a 21-year-old and how I'm applying it, how I'm using it. Hopefully, other 21-year-olds will watch this and see how like fucking weird and awkward I am, but see that I'm doing it anyway, and realize that it's not that serious. Like, life isn't that serious. I mean, it is that serious, but you can learn how to do it. Like, you can learn how to life, and just give a fuck about learning how. Just give a fuck about it. Learn how to live life. Like, read about lifing, but more specifically, all those areas in life that you want, to improve in, you can improve in tenfold if you do everything with this concept in mind of staying in flow state. Think of it again as playing the perfect difficulty on Tap Tap Revenge or Guitar Hero. When you're just like staring at the TV, don't miss a single fucking note, It's not easy. I can't listen to what's going on anywhere. I gotta focus, right? But I'm hitting it. I'm in that fucking state, bro. I'm in the zone. That's what they call the zone, right? I'm in the zone right now. That's flow state. You can do that with anything, not just Guitar Hero. All right, signing out.